Well, good afternoon, boat friends. It is Friday, November 3rd, here in Duluth, Minnesota. You can see the area lift bridge is going up to 135 feet. So many things to talk about with you today. We have the CSL Laurentien that's going to be coming in. Let me zoom in a little bit, 739 feet. You can see it right there, just to the left of the South Pier Lighthouse, but so many things to talk to you about. I hope you're having a great Friday so far. This is a live stream, so those that are joining live, I hope you are doing great. Some of the things that we're going to talk about, obviously the vessel traffic here in Duluth during the weekend. We have the contest winners that I'm going to be announcing, show you the hat that they're going to be receiving, and obviously we're going to watch this awesome ship as it comes through the Duluth piers. So let me set the stage for you right now. Get one last look of the area lift bridge before it goes all the way up. Show you the hillside. You can see it's a little bit overcast, but this is going to be a fun video, a lot to talk about. So let me get started. We are going to be seeing this vessel right here. This is the CSL Laurentien. Good looking ship. You can see got the red, the white, 739 feet in length, as I mentioned. And just before I went live, I did a quick screenshot so you can see where this vessel is at, where it's going to be headed. You can see it's right here out on Lake Superior. It's going to be going right by us here at the aerial lift bridge. It's going to go through the harbor basin under the Blatnik Bridge, and it's going to be unloading salt over at Hallet 8. Give you a quick shot here of the weather conditions before we get rocking. 39 degrees with a wind chill of 32 degrees. Now, do I dare say it's balmy right now? I mean, I know I shouldn't say that to you, but it doesn't feel too bad for November. There's no snow on the ground. I don't want to jinx myself, but it's not too bad. 17 mile per hour wind gusts out of the northwest. And, you know, it definitely feels a little better out here. The most important thing here is I don't have the snow out on the pier to deal with, which is cool, but we know that that is going to happen at some point. Let's give a quick shot down the pier. Okay, the CSL is getting closer, obviously, as it gets right next to us. I'm going to give you the details of the vessel, and we're going to take a good look at it. So let me quickly do a 360 before I get into the contest winners. Now, this is really cool. The person that did win, I'm going to show all five, and we'll look at the entry that they submitted. But the winner is from Austria. I think a lot of us have seen this person many times. It's Andreas. And he really got close to the actual ship and the time. So there's a quick zoom of what's going on around here. So let's get right into it. Here's a hat. So there's 5 of these Vibe with Mike hats. And remember, this was just something that I did as a novelty item. I mean, I wasn't expecting to sell anything, but I cannot believe the amount of people that are asking for hoodies and t-shirts. And remember, this is just a quick logo that I put on the hat. I think I'm going to change this to where it says Boat Friends or Duluth or going up 135 feet. So we can change whatever the text is on here. It doesn't necessarily have to say that. This, again, was just a complete novelty item, but I was really surprised by the demand. So let's get into it. So check this out. So the contest was, what is going to be the first ship that arrives on November 1st? And so this is the actual ship that did arrive. It was the Philip R. Clark, and this is from the spreadsheet that the area lift bridge operator tends to. You can see that it arrived on November 1st at 6:26 a.m. Central Time. Now, Andreas from Austria, which, by the way, I did notify him that he did win, and he's already sent me his address in Austria. So, Andreas, you're going to get a tracking number here very soon, and you will have that hat. So look at Andreas, though. Philip R. Clark, and this is 2 weeks ago. So this is no like, you know, I knew it was coming type of thing. Straight up, great guess. Philip R. Clark, 6:30 a.m. I mean, just a few minutes off. And so here's a couple other people that won. So sailing away, that's Brett. We've seen Brett many times. And I'm going to take a look at the comments here in one moment, but I just want to get you caught up with this. So Brett, reach out to me. Make sure that you connect with me. Send me an email. Go to the About page on my YouTube profile and you'll find that email, and I'll get that sent out to you. Here's another one here. Joan, 6:30 a.m. said the PRT, so obviously it wasn't the Clark, but real close. Create with Amy. So another person. So Joan, please reach out to me. You have that email address. Please send me an email. Let me know it's you. Same thing with Create with Amy. I'm going to be sending you the hat. Charlie, I did already connect with Charlie. Charlie is going to be receiving the hat, and he'll be getting the tracking number as well. But he guessed November for 6:15 a.m. the minor. But again, Andreas with that, I mean, dead on. 4 minutes off with the right ship. So that's pretty cool. So let's zoom in here on the vessel. I'm going to give you a little information about it as well, as I always do. And I'm going to get caught up here in comments and check these out with you right now. But you know, I don't have my gloves on, and that's okay, because those days are coming where I will need those gloves. But want to say to everybody that I see in the comments right here, I see Corey, I see Chuck, Frank, Michael, Rick, Jim, Connie. I know Deb was in there. There's Vicky, George, Ronald, I've seen there, Matt, Doug, everybody, Daniel, Johan from South Africa's in there. Just all of the friends that we all get along, having some fun with this. Happy Friday to all you. There's Deb, I see. Reinhold from the Netherlands, a great friend. And one thing I try to do too is that I try to translate into Dutch and different languages too, just to make it easier for those that are outside the United States to communicate with me. So we have some fun with that. Thank goodness for Google Translates. And I see Claire's on there too. But again, just I hope everybody's having a great Friday. And as far as the vessel traffic, I'm 100% going to be doing the Polar Tagurtha on Sunday at noon. That's when it's expected to come in. There are some ships that have already made it into port that should be departing sometime tomorrow. And so just be ready to rock with me live. We will have some fun with that. No snow is expected this weekend. I really am looking forward to finally getting that snow video for you. And there's going to be a lot of those snow videos coming, as you can imagine, here in Duluth. So let me pass along this information about this awesome ship that we're about to see. I'll keep a little bit of the pier in there. It's always fun watching the people, what they're doing. They get excited too. The CSL Laurentien, 739 feet in length, cargo capacity 37,000 tons. And so this vessel is carrying salt from Windsor, Canada. Windsor, Canada is right across the Detroit River from Detroit, Michigan. I've been there many times watching ships from that area. That's where General Motors headquarters is. And it's just an awesome place to watch. So came from Canada, and it was built in 1977 at Collingwood Shipyards in Ontario, Canada. Chuck, if you want to update the decibel reading for us, it came in at 97.6, a little further away. Kind of expect a lower number, but a salute nonetheless. So as I continue, it was also converted in 2001 to a self-unloader, 5 holds, 24 hatches, 1 controllable pitch propeller, 1 rudder, 2 Caterpillar diesel engines pushing about 8,000 horsepower out, owned by Canadian Steamship Lines out of Montreal, Canada. So there you go. There's your details about this awesome ship. Let's now walk with it and admire the engineering. You can see the 2 bow anchors. And we are going to walk past the green gate here in a moment. I'm going to show you the pivot in the harbor. I'll stay with this a little longer since it's Friday for us. Let's have some fun checking out this ship together. Looks like there's a bow horn up there you can see. See the radar. Moving really smooth through. You can see that there's some scuffs, some scrapes. Definitely been a workhorse, no doubt about that. And actually, some people really love, we saw that ocean-going ship that was freshly painted. I mean, that's cool looking, but I got to tell you, I like these scars that this vessel has. It just shows this thing is working, it's hitting the locks, it's getting things done. So to me, I think that's a really cool thing, and I really admire that a lot. Take a look at the radar there. You can see the superstructure. We're going to take a look at the stacks. But this thing is just chugging along, and as I mentioned, 2 large diesel engines, 8,000 horsepower. Definitely not pushing the speed right now. But take a look at this. The CSL Canada Steamship lines, you can see displayed. You can see there's actually an American flag that's up on deck right there, sailing into the U.S. territory. Look at these interesting cables that go down onto that boom. That's something that I don't see too often. Very, very interesting, unique, I would say. Let's take a look at the back side of the superstructure. You can see some curtains up in the window there. See those stacks? Give you a better shot here of the kick up here from the propeller there. Well, don't cut out too early. It's Friday. We're having some fun with this one, so hang in there. I'm going to actually walk all the way down with you. We're going to take a walk all the way down. Let's get our steps in. Ready? I like how the captain is really taking it slow. Probably giving some time as well for the crew to get prepared. There's actually a lot of different items on top. You can see that satellite dome. I see multiple radar pieces of equipment that are spinning. You can see that American flag up there, as well as you can see the Canadian flag as well. Very cool seeing them together. And I think some other good news that we all saw, that that strike has been ended, which is cool. So now we're going to see all these vessels that were getting stuck are going to start moving along. And actually, that's interesting that I bring that up here, because I do have one of our boat friends that sent me a video that I think I'll share this weekend, maybe tomorrow when we look at one of the vessels. But he sent me an awesome video of standing on the shore, watching those, or taking a look at all those ships that were at anchor, not moving. So I think it's a very cool, unique, firsthand experience from one of our friends out there. And just before I went live, I talked to a gentleman that came up to me, a boat friend named John. So John, I'm sure you're going to see this, and I'll probably talk to you here right when I'm done, but pleasure meeting you, my friend. I'm going to get down here and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And be ready to rock tomorrow. So make sure you hit subscribe, so when I go live right now, I don't know exactly what time I will go live. I also see some dredging is taking place in the distance. See that? See that big scoop right there? Well, let's get over here and take one final look at our friend, the CSL Laurentien. First video I've ever done of this ship, so very cool, very interesting. You see that little ray of sunlight coming down, basically telling the CSL, come this way. Well, what do you think, boat friends? Isn't that cool on a Friday? I'm going to stick with this shot just for a couple more moments so that I can take a look at the comments, have a little chat with you. So there's Mark, there's Zach. Yeah, and then I see there's Jose from Mexico. I hope you're doing well. If you can send us some of that weather up to Duluth, I think we'd be cool with that. That would be awesome. But again, those that won the contest, please reach out to me. I did post it in that community tab after the contest was over. So reach out. We got 2 people that are going to be receiving those hats, and yep, Mike is shipping it, no cost, straight to Austria and everywhere else. So no problem. It's just my thank you for being part of this and having fun. And the last thing I thought is that we would be talking about, anybody would be interested in buying other, items, which I didn't even consider. So I'm still contemplating how to go about that. But, oh, there's Dennis. I hope you're doing. There's Grant. Paul, how you doing? Peg. Kathy's on there. Connie, I see. But again, this is a little bit of an extended version. It's a Friday. And just want to say hello to everybody. There's Ruth that's on there as well. Hope you're doing great. Well, you know my sign off. I appreciate you watching the videos, and I really do. I'm out here just having some fun. And guess what? If you were in Duluth, Minnesota right now, I bet you'd be here right next to me watching this ship because of just it's exciting. Love it. It's relaxing. It's fun. It's you can use so many different words to describe it. But luckily, I have this camera and I can share it with you. So that's the fun of it. Really cool, interesting. Look at that sky in the background. But be ready this weekend. Make sure that you like this video on the way out. It'll help other people like us that love the ships to find this channel. And we will be rocking and rolling this weekend. I don't think there's going to be issues with weather, so I'll be out here. So let's keep our eye on the ship schedule, marine traffic, and your buddy Mike will be out here. And hopefully it's a day where I don't have to wear gloves. That would be a good thing. But anyway, you have a great Friday night. I will see you soon, and we will be together probably tomorrow. Take care.